Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some journals to share with you guys. These are all going to be available for sale in my Etsy shop. I'll have all of the details for the sale in the description box down below. Today I have 6 journals to share which will all be available, and they have been made very much the same as my own personal journal which I've just shared in a previous video. So I am personally going to be using this one as my next journal. I'm going to get started in that very soon. And I wanted to this time offer you guys pretty much the same journal that I'm going to be using, so you can also have a journal that's just like mine and fill it up with your own memories. So while these journals were all made at the same time and they're all made the same way, they are all unique. They are all a little bit different. So each journal has its own embossed pattern as the focal point on the cover, and they all have their own little pieces of vintage embroidery. So there's some on the spine and there's some on the front cover. I've made these covers using Craftex, which I painted, and I stitched and laid it all together. I embossed some of it and just sort of laid it up into this cover that you see now. The Craftex that I used actually was black to begin with, and I painted lots and lots of layers of paint and distressed it and got this really nice finish in the end. And the inside of the covers are lined with fabric. They have different fabric on each one, so there's a couple of different patterns inside, but they all have like a pretty floral fabric on the inside. And they all have these really pretty and cute playful tabs hanging out the side, and then they all have this green thread with the beads and charms hanging on. So there is that one. Then there is this one. This one has this sort of ditzy floral print. So the first one had this pink fabric on the inside. Then there's this one, really pretty vintage linen and some pretty embossing on the spine. This one has the red fabric on the inside, which is really cute. Then we have this one. This one also has that ditzy floral on the inside. Then there's this one with the red. And then there is this one. And this one has the same lining as my journal does. So these journals all measure approximately 7 by 9 inches, and their spines are about 2 inches, but you can really fatten these journals up and round them out. So this journal here was a lot of the inspiration for this collection. This is one I made quite a while ago, and it's a soft cover journal, and it started out looking something like these and became really full. And the good thing about the soft cover journals is that you can fatten them right up like this, and they sort of just round out and they don't become alligator mouth. You can just kind of keep adding more and more to them. So these all have the room to grow and bulk up really nicely. Okay, I'm going to give you a very quick flip through inside each book. I did a slower flip through of my own journal in a previous video if you also want to check that out for more information, but I'm just going to give a really quick glimpse in each one. So this one here, they all have a pretty linen inside stitched in like a page, and then on the back it's a pocket, and then there's some vintage ledger paper and some really pretty scrapbook papers and pattern papers inside. There's also some craft paper and some music paper, and there's some cream paper which I've embossed as well on some of the pages. So lots of little stitched pockets, top loading, there's some bottom loading ones, and then there's some side loading pockets. This is a little side loading tuck pocket and some embossed paper there. They all have a page from this beautiful book, which I'm sure you all know. But it's got really beautiful pages. I've been so reluctant to even use this for a long time. I've just been hoarding it, and I thought that this collection really sort of suited these papers, so I just included one special one in the middle of the signature in each book. This This is some children's encyclopedia paper and just lots of really pretty paper inside. Some children's book paper. Each book has 7 signatures. Signatures refer to the group of pages within the book. So this is one group here. You can see the cover down there. One group stitched in, so they each have 7. And yes, so this is the first book. Then we have this cute little one, which again, I'm just going to do a really quick flip through. They all have the same sort of selection of papers. This is a vintage linen page, and then on the back, it's a little pocket there. Beautiful ledger paper, lots of little pockets, music paper, embossed paper. Just really pretty. I wanted to keep these really pretty, sort of dainty, and they all have lots of beautiful papers from the garden party collection, which I feel like went really perfectly with this concept. So everything kind of tied together really well in the end. And while everything's really quite soft and pretty, these little pops of colour and patterns on the tabs are really, really fun and playful as well. Some matte paper. There is a beautiful page from the book. It just goes on and on, really. There's so many papers in here, and I use so many of my favourite papers in these books as well, and I feel like everything just matched in the end. It all just went together so well. So there is that one. Then we have this one here. This one's got this really cute red fabric on the inside. This beautiful linen. This one has a pocket here, and then there's that embossed paper. Really cute yellow paper there, and there's like a page, a linen page. Vintage ledger, lots of pockets, all lots of the same thing. And I know I am flicking through really fast. If you want to, you can always watch it again. You can turn off the sound and you can slow down the speed of the video, and you will get a slower flip through. But there's just so many books to go through, and they're all made so similarly that I don't want to spend ages sort of flicking through. So I just want to give you a little glimpse. There's this really beautiful paper there. So there is that one. Then we have this one. There's the vintage linen. This one's so cute. And there's the back. This one's a side loading pocket. Beautiful book paper. Children's book paper. Just all the same sorts of things. I am hoping to finally bite the bullet and choose a camera to upgrade, and I really want to start filming some classes. I have so many classes that I would love to teach, like so many different concepts and ideas that I'd love to teach. So I am thinking that I might do a class on this particular journal collection. So if you'd like to learn how to make your own, I think that would be a really fun class. So I'm hoping to hopefully get that started really soon. Then there is this one. This one has got a really pretty floral embossed design and this really cute orange embroidery. Little ditzy floral on the inside. This is a top loading pocket here. And then over here there's a little like page linen. Embossed cream paper, and this paperweight's really nice as well. It's not too thin, not too thick. Some matte paper, music paper. Oh, a little bit of thread. So all of these tabs are stitched on as well. And all of the pockets that I've added are stitched on as well. That's a really long bit of thread there that I might trim. There we go. I've also inked around the edges of every single page in all of these books, and also down the middle of the page in the center of the signature. So that took ages, but I think it adds a really nice subtle effect. Even when the book's closed, it kind of just, I don't know, it adds a nice dimension to the book. So there is that one. And then the last one is this one. There's this really pretty embroidery on the spine. This one's got this pink fabric on the inside. There's a really cute sort of linen there. And then this one is also a side loading pocket. I love this paper, one of my favorites. Beautiful bird. Love this paper too. I used a lot of my favorite papers that I kind of poured a little bit, and yeah, I get a lot of people say that their favorite journals that I make are the ones I make for myself. So this time I really wanted to do a whole bunch of the ones that I make for myself, and I included a lot of the papers that I personally really like and that I would personally really love to use. And I made it all the exact same way as my own journal. And I think that would be really fun, as well as you sort of see me fill mine up and follow that journey. You can also fill up your own journal, and I think it will be really fun. So there is that one. Each of these books will also come with a little pack of goodies. So some of them are little things that I've made. There's some wallpaper pockets, some fabric tags, some embossed tags, and there's heaps of authentic vintage ephemera in there as well. Lots of really pretty fun things to play with and to use to fill up your journal. I've also made myself a little pack, and again, they're all made the exact same way and they all include the same variety of stuff. So that is the 6 journals that I'm going to have available. Again, make sure you read the description box if you'd like to see what time that's going to be and what day that's going to be. It will be in my Etsy shop for sure, but just check the date and time that they will be available. I hope you're all doing really well, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!